Hi, I am your host today, and you're watching Crash Course.
Hello, I'm Jace, and I'm the co-host to Crash Course Age of Exploration.
The Age of Exploration started off with Europeans traveling to different countries and territories by sea traveling. This started off in the late 14th centuries and lasted through 16th century. With the Ottoman domination, European kingdoms had to find new lead routes so they could travel through sea and trading also. White explorers, they gain on immense knowledge such as disease, animals, valuables such as riches. They also found new land they could establish, like sugar, cotton, and tobacco be grown. Like here, sugar. Who is Henry the Navigator? Henry the Navigator is the new leader under Portugal. He sent out ships to map and explore the west coast of Africa. They went further south than any previous European expedition and mapped out much of the Western Africa for the Portuguese.
Hello, Jace here. Christopher Columbus. In 1492, an Italian explorer, Christopher Columbus, requested funding from Ferdinand II and Isabel I so he could explore the New World. Christopher Columbus wanted to find a new route to China, India, and the Spice Islands to find silk and spices, but more importantly, he wanted to find a direct water route west from Europe to Asia. But instead, he discovered something better and something greater. Christopher Columbus was responsible for over 3 million native deaths, but overall, lifetime, 14 million. However, by such sacrifices, he was able to land upon what is now known as America. Columbus brought goods back to Spain such as potatoes, chocolate, tobacco, sugar, wheat, rice, barley, oats, sugarcane, citrus fruits, and melons. Columbus brought horses, disease, turnips, grapes, coffee, and wine to America. Thanks to the Columbian Exchange, European population grew significantly as a lot of the crops in the Americas actually helped up the health of citizens in Europe as their health was typically bad. And after Columbus's travels, he came back. He inspired many other explorers to start exploring as well, such as Ferdinand Magellan, Vasco da Gama, and Francisco Pizarro. Ferdinand Magellan was the first to circumnavigate the globe. Magellan's crew, however, was the first to circumnavigate the globe. Originally, they had 5 ships and 237 men, but once they came back to Spain, they only had 1 ship and 18 men. Magellan died in the Philippines. He himself did not circumnavigate the globe. His crew did. However, through that voyage, the world has gained new realizations of ships, slavery, exchange settlement, warfare, pandemics, and conquest.
One of my favorite explorers is Vasco da Gama because he linked Europe and Asia through an ocean route for the first time. My most hated explorer is Pizarro because he conquered the Inca Empire.
Ferdinand Magellan. Magellan was the first to circumnavigate the globe. Magellan's crew was the first with only 18 members being alive compared to when the ship when the ship just left, they had 5 ships with 237 men. But, with the 1 year round trip, all they had left was 1 ship and 18 men. That voyage brought the world to a new realization. New ships, slavery, exchange settlement, warfare, pandemics, and conquest.
Geography. The Age of Exploration was one of the most important times in the history of world geography. A significant portion of the unknown world was mapped out during a short period. Also, many advances were made in the navigation and mapping which helped future explorers and travelers. How is it relevant today? It is relevant today. It allowed more people to study and see various areas around the world, which increased geographic studies, giving us the basis for much of the knowledge we have today. The reason as why the Age of Exploration is important is so that people can know what set of events eventually led to the origin of this country.
Hey, Jace here. Fun facts about the Age of Exploration. Europeans refer to the entire area of Southeast Asia and India as the East Indies. Cortez was a second cousin once removed to conquistador Francisco Pizarro. Columbus was inspired by Marco Polo. And now, on to the interviews.
Who am I here with?
Dwayne Gibson.
And I would like to ask you a few questions. Who's your favorite explorer?
Amerigo Vespucci.
And why is that?
Because, you know, he's a real one. He named the Americas were named after him.
Anything else than that?
I don't know, really.
One more question. Who's your hated explorer right now?
Sir Francis Drake.
And why is that?
Because he almost beat us in the tournament thing, and he's not that good of an explorer. He killed a bunch of people.
Thank you for your time. Who am I here with?
Christian Thoreau.
And who's your favorite explorer?
Margot Vespucci for sure.
And why is that?
Because he was the first person to recognize North America as a continent.
Who's your most hated explorer?
Probably Christopher Columbus because he was a terrible person.
Why is that?
Because he killed and raped a bunch of Native Americans.
Thank you for your time.